Good evening, and welcome to Negative Space, a KULT Divinity actual play. I'm your game master for the evening, Jason Fryer, writer, game designer, and general curmudgeon. I've been lucky enough to be working on KULT since the 1990s and hope to share some unsettling and spooky moments with you all this evening. Our current story is set in Willow Hills, a fictional town in upstate New York. Our four characters were summoned to attend the will reading of a former colleague of theirs, Matthias Cole, professor, historian, and overall eccentric. Matthias died a sad and gruesome death, and only now, in addition to their fortune, they realize that he's left behind a great debt. Dark secrets and unpaid debts shall be shaping their lives forevermore. And in our last episode, they stayed on the night at Hyperion House, Matthias' sleepy estate deep in Willow Hills' hungry forest. They discovered the manor held many hidden treasures and uncovered new and terrible threats, not the least of which is Matthias' widow, her touch felt but rarely seen until now. Her presence hovers over them like a dark cloud. But will they answer her call? In fact, that's where we left off, is that there was somebody at the door. The infamous Sheriff Noah had been knocking and asking about Miss Fox. He knocks again. Sir?
Yes, as I have already explained, what is it that you need from us? Without a warrant, no offense, you will not be allowed inside the home.
Well, that's a mite peculiar, but I'm looking for Miss Fox. Her agency called us. Apparently, she might have taken a turn on the road, or
she left here back some hours ago. Drove off of her own volition. That is the last that any of us have seen of her.
So you did see
walk
her.
Up at this point and just say, Thomas, when you add of her own volition, people don't want to believe that anymore.
Yeah, but you could kind of see his shape, like in the fogged windows, trying to look in, but
perhaps you should put out.
Is that Miss Hazard that I heard?
Yes, can we open the door, please, Thomas?
I could stand here on the stoop.
An aside, Miss Hazard. The last time we opened a door, a window, perhaps, the results were not good.
Is there a welcome mat on the doorstep?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck, I hate welcome mats. God damn it, that's Caroline. That's an invitation. Let's just open the door. You were probably right, and he's just a person, and I've been hallucinating this whole time. Let's just open the door. I almost drowned earlier tonight. It can't get worse. It can't. It cannot. It physically can't.
It definitely can.
That is definitely the... fine. And I hit the 2 bolt locks and undo the chain and open the door.
Sheriff Notes takes a step back from the door. I'm glad that you've... this is a lot easier to talk. He's got his little pad out with his little pen. Mr. Tierden, Miss Hazard.
Sheriff.
So you did see Miss Fox. She drove off?
She was here for the will reading.
That's what her agency said.
Yeah, she left it, I don't know, like, she'll give the approximate, Ada gives the approximate time of day, like, it wasn't, still during daylight. I think it might have been getting towards evening as things started taking a while, but...
Okay, so that semi lines up with what I've heard. She didn't seem to be in distress or anything, did she?
I mean, as stressed as she's always been. She was always high strung.
More de-stressed. The upset, scared.
Nothing.
If she was,
nothing
she
of the sort.
Yeah, she didn't show it. If she was,
He seems to be looking beyond you as well. Are the other two visible, or are you off in the kitchen or another room?
I assume they were still in the study. I don't know if River had gone back to sleep,
study or the kitchen or
Or
somewhere.
if Garrett had gone back to sleep. I'm not sure.
Pretty sure there was talk of coffee.
Yeah,
probably
making coffee.
Yeah,
hot chocolate, tea.
Yeah, Garrett's from a long line of "you ain't home when the cops come," so
got it.
And River is from a long line of "fuck 12."
Fair.
A cab.
A cab. If we talk to him, he'll leave. We don't have to be helpful.
Well,
so if you have no further questions, we have preparations.
Right.
So,
well, if you do see her, or if she comes back, can you? He takes out his card, offers it to Thomas.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Just give us a call. Her people are quite worried. Apparently, she sounded. Well, they put down screaming.
That is unfortunate.
And
perhaps there was everything in the road. She was. She was always on her phone, and so not necessarily probably driving, with complete concentration on the road. So it's quite likely.
If anything did happen, it would of course be a tragedy. But I hope that she's okay.
There seems to be a lot of tragedy around this place.
Threes. I don't know if you're a superstitious man, but it happens in threes.
No, we try to keep the superstition to a minimum in our little community.
All right. Well, I'll be honest, Sheriff. I've had one heck of a night.
Yes, you two do kind of look.
Yes, we had a bit of a sewer line incident. It's kept us up quite some hours. So, if you don't mind, we are doing our best to get along with our morning. So,
right.
Goodbye.
Take care. And if you need any lawn service to help you out with
the door is closed.
Free.
Thomas has already closed
around,
the door.
officer. Okay.
Happy, Ada? Happy?
He's obviously standing there for a little while and finally retreats.
Yeah. You don't grow up the daughter of a lawyer to realize that you don't have to. Sometimes it's just faster to talk to the cops and let them hear what they want to hear. You don't have to be helpful when you talk to them.
I will take that advice and he takes out his notebook. Excellent.
Okay.
Tea?
You can smell coffee. And cooking food from the other room.
I need comfort. I need comfort food and comfort drinks and down comforter and down pillows and soft comfort and sleep, and I can't sleep and fucking hate Caymans. As we're walking back to the kitchen,
right.
So, River, are you helping cook at all?
If there's something around that's if the fridge is stocked, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's my presumption.
Yeah, and there's also a lot of funeral food here as well.
But there's no funeral potatoes. Damn it!
Cucumber sandwiches.
I fucking love leftovers.
There's something genuinely wholesome about pulling out leftovers, and reminds me of different times.
Garrett has a paella pan of ridiculous proportions that he is committing war crimes in, because he is making like leftover hash in it. Like he's treating it like a giant cast iron skillet. So he's just like going through the fridge, finding things that go together
or don't go together.
You did describe it as committing crimes.
Yeah, I grew up with a deep South skillet. Grammy, dude. There's some bowls of food that.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I mean, I've had kitchen sink stew, but like, there are lines, and Garrett does not know what those are.
Yeah, he does. He knows how to cook.
Then why did you describe it as committing crimes?
Because if you're not making paella in the paella pan, it's vaguely criminal.
Okay, fair.
But Matthias definitely has a paella pan.
Oh, yeah. It's a $1,500 artisanal, like handmade by one blind Tibetan monk 3 times a year.
The man has a $35 bottle of olive oil. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
and that's his everyday olive oil.
Yeah,
that's his everyday.
The worst crime to me, in my great opinion, is that I know for a fact that there are no funeral potatoes in all of that funeral food. There are no funeral potatoes. That is a crime.
We need funeral potatoes.
They're so good. It's comfort. It's beige comfort food. Carbohydrates. It's so good.
Thomas picks up a spoon and dips it in and takes a bite. Grabs the salt box, picks it up, salts the pan as you goes over, grabs tea, and is just leaning up against the counter, watching the rest of you.
As dawn starts to come across the lake and fill the room, it almost seems like last night didn't happen. The smells, the sounds. Probably for the first time since you entered the house, you feel a little more relief. And what are you doing other than just taking solace in the moment?
Realizing that I probably still have some like lake water, detritus in my hair, going, I don't want to take another shower, but I think I'm filthy.
If you like, the sink is definitely big enough with the spray handle. You could wash your hair down here if you aren't interested in showering alone.
I thought you meant that I would climb into the sink.
No, just to wash your hair, dear. I did not intend on bathing you like an infant.
Weird. I'm there with River. I don't think I'm there with... Well, I could bathe a River. I don't think we're there, Thomas.
No, please. That was not my... and he's starting to turn a little red.
If you want to pull up a chair, darling, feel free to. And I'd be happy to wash your hair down here if you want.
Yeah, I just...
There's also like a guest bathroom, one of those half baths.
Yeah, the problem is drawing a shower curtain or closing a door. That's the problem.
You can leave the door open, sure.
Yeah, definitely. That's not the problem. Fuck it. I take it. I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. Gregory's already seen me naked tonight. Whatever. We're just washing my hair down here. I'm barely clothed. Fuck it.
The man has very selective sight. So
right. His eyes just ceased to exist.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's frightening.
I'm no longer seeing this.
He's just like, nope.
You can't work for Matthias without some sort of internal editing software.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just nope.
That's what happened to Ada's memory.
Yeah.
Garrett,
Anyway.
Are you well?
No. Nope, I'm not. I mean, I'm probably not going to draw on the walls about it, but am I well? No, fuck no. No, I'm not. I'm not okay.
Your appearance has I'm a bit confused.
And what are you confused about?
We've been in this building less than 24 hours, and yet you're... Perhaps I'm just unobservant. Never mind. It's none of my business.
My what?
The tattoos, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, we've virtually been within each other's presence the entire time, and yet somehow your body art is growing.
Yes, indeed, it is. It is growing quite nicely.
Yeah, almost as you watch, you can almost see the colors shift.
I can give you an explanation, or you can use Occam's fuck it. It's up to you.
I will likely just go with the latter.
Okay. What I will tell you, though, is to set one part of your mind at ease and to set another part of your mind at unease, is you are not seeing things. The marks on me are changing and moving.
But that's not possible.
Thomas, I grew a flesh tree out of a dead deer, out of a dead coyote.
Thomas turns around and looks out the kitchen window. What's the tree doing as we are approaching daylight?
It's almost like leaning away from the sunlight. It looks dead, to be honest. If you hadn't seen it growing from, well, the flesh chia pet to a 20-foot tree.
Are there birds in the tree?
You see shapes, vague shapes.
Okay.
You can't tell if they're like knots or deformations in the tree or actual animals or birds. But there's definitely no leaves on it. Maybe fruit, like rotted apples.
And I just sip my tea and stare out the window at the tree.
It stares back.
River kind of suddenly plops his plate down on the table.
It sounds like a gunshot in that sudden silence.
Yeah, it's like it is like.
So we have to go out there, and where I am hoping that we're doing this in the daytime. I mean, I'm glad that we're talking about Garrett's awesome tats. And did I fucking hear a door shut earlier? What the fuck was that? And when, where, how? Like, I'm all about getting the fuck out of this house.
Sheriff Noah came by asking after Miss Fox. She's missing. We, of course, have no idea what happened to her. She left after the will reading.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
We definitely didn't see her in that fucking red room as her everything degloved. Except we did. Oh. We did. She was floating.
Thanks for reminding me, Ada. River pushes his plate back a little bit.
And then I was taking a shower. And then I almost drowned in the lake. And then almost got eaten by caimans. Because the lake is full of caimans.
Right. So all of this is just because we're fucking here. So the sooner we can not be here, I would like to move in that direction today, if at all possible.
So should we arrange for Mr. Oh, what is his name? Lynch, Mr. Lynch. Should we head out back to town as soon as daylight hits, or keep our appointment here?
Yeah, it depends on where you want to sleep too, River. If you want to sleep here or in that fucking hotel.
I want to go back to the city.
Yeah, me too.
I gotta be honest, the way Thomas was talking about this Lynch guy, I want him as far away from this house as possible.
Oh yeah, you all heard him on speakerphone the other night, or last night.
Yeah, I don't want him here, especially because I'm getting the sense that we're going to give him more no's than yeses.
He's coming here.
Yes, do we alter that course?
I don't think we can.
By the way, Thomas, outside the tree now looks like a tree, like an actual leafy green maple tree.
Of course it does.
Everything is fine. Honestly, if you think you can get his ass aimed at the diner instead, I wouldn't mind it.
And that would be a phone call that River we would have to have River make.
Sure. But really, I know, Garrett, you were talking about some fucking witches buried under willow trees, and we have to go find the mother of them all?
No. Let me see if I can get this right. Matthias did magic, and he put a voice in you. Whose voice? I don't know. But whatever he did to do it, he used it to call out the woman, because I won't do her the indignity of calling her his wife.
I think her name is Lissa.
Yeah, Lissa. Thank you.
Lissa.
He called up Lissa, and it does match old folklore that there are witches buried underneath the willow trees. And he did terrible things to her and through her. Things that frankly make me wish that I was from a family of necromancers, because I'd like to have a long, double permanent talk with Matthias right now.
Yeah, I'd get in line for that conversation.
But what it feels like to me is that it feels like Matthias used us. Oh, what is it? What's when you bet with something real? Like not money, but is that like
collateral?
Collateral.
Yeah. He used us as magical collateral.
Fuck.
And then he died, and now some kind of fucking bookie is trying to call debts due. And just like the mob, they're knocking on the door going, I don't give a fuck. I want my fucking money.
What's the money in this point?
The voice, the thing that Matthias stuck in you. Now, Lissa has offered us. Let me see if I can remember. Somebody correct me if I'm remembering this wrong. Lissa said that if we want to go free, that we need to call up all of her sisters out from underneath the willow trees.
A lot of willow trees.
And since it's been only a couple of hours, and technically, Garrett would remember that she'd kind of hinted that River's voice could call the thing that would summon or save her sisters.
Yeah. And that the voice inside you is is a lever for that process. That you could call them out of the ground.
And we can go home?
Yes, we can go home, and 100 fucking something of some nasty shit walks around this earth.
To add to the millions of nasty shits that are wandering around this earth?
Yeah. But I ain't responsible for the millions. We ain't responsible for the millions. We've just got the ones that we're staring down the barrel of right now. These are the ones we're in control of.
Well,
I don't know
if the voice is that strong, we could try to turn it to our use, but that would be driving in the dark with only the caution blinkers on. I've got some books back home. I've got some other books in my truck. I've got a couple of places I know where to look. I've got an uncle whose kneecaps are becoming far more breakable from moment to moment as I think about it.
Okay, so we head back towards town?
We head back towards town. Why not? We're not. That puts us not here. Let's see if we can get Lynch to come into the diner. That way, when he tell him no, he doesn't do whatever the fuck terrible thing he's going to do.
Okay.
Come on.
Or the hotel.
Yeah. No. You always break up with somebody in public. You know the rules.
Yeah.
You do not. Garrett, how many girlfriends have you had? Don't break up in public. As a woman, don't break up with people in public. It puts then the onus on the other person to not embarrass you and say, like, no, please, let's stay together. Or like, it's embarrassing. Do not break up with people in public. Oh my God.
But this motherfucker, we were trying to embarrass, maybe. So.
I'm saying,
Ada, you are a gem, and nobody should ever do that to you. But this motherfucker, Mr. Lynch.
I believe you. I just wanted to go back, because not to beat a dead horse. But Lissa isn't going to solve all of our problems.
No. She is a whole bag of problems all by herself.
She will solve exactly one problem, and that is Lissa. Because there is still a possibility that I'm going to get shoved into a mirror and be lost, and I'm going to walk out of a mirror, and I don't want me to walk out of that mirror.
Nobody else.
That's a whole other problem.
I will be honest. While I am concerned about Mr. Lynch, I am not as concerned about Mr. Lynch as I am about Matthias.
All right, go on.
If we leave this house, is there a possibility that we do not return? As difficult as it was to find Willow Hills, as difficult as it was to find Hyperion House, the instance that we have had over the last night, over the last day, the instances that we have had, lead me to believe that Matthias is still out there somewhere, yes?
In some capacity.
Yeah.
And if Matthias is the one who is responsible for setting us up in this way, then Matthias is the one who needs to stand up for whatever this debt is.
And if he was going to do it, he'd have done it. I don't think we should expect Matthias to act in any way, shape, or form honorable.
I am not expecting honor out of him. I would prefer to find him, and between the four of us, put him in his place.
All right.
Mr. Lynch,
the house.
Mr. Lynch can be handled.
If we leave the house, we're coming back.
Yes, we are.
We're coming back up here.
First of all, I'm going to get a mason jar full of dirt because that helps. Second of all, I own part of this house now, and it is very difficult to keep me away from things I own.
Plus,
Not bringing a jar of dirt with you was to keep you from coming back. That's not Wes thing.
No, jar of dirt's a tool.
Make that.
Yeah, that's easy enough to get out in the courtyard.
But River's going to make his phone call though.
Yep.
So River will dial the number. Oh, actually, he has Mr. Lynch's card. So we'll just call the number off that card.
All right. It takes 2 rings. Bergstrom Institute.
Yes, I'm calling for a Mr. Lynch. This is a Mr. Zane.
Oh, Mr. Zane. It's so good to hear you.
Yes.
It's unexpected. We're all going to be meeting soon, after all, aren't we?
Yes. I know that you had indicated that you were coming here, but we find ourselves in need of going back into town and are planning to go to the diner, if you wouldn't mind meeting us there instead.
Oh, how peculiar and rustic. Could you not stay at the house? I'm sure that there's, more freedom there for our meeting.
No, I forgot my tampons in town.
We need some things that are in town that are not here.
Miss Hazard is such a delight. Yes, of course. In town. I'm sure you'll feel safer there, won't you?
Our safety is none of your concern, Mr. Lynch.
Oh, well, obviously not if you're going back to Willow Hills.
So we'll see you there.
No.
Yes, we'll see you at the diner.
All right.
And yeah.
Just click. I fucking love that. Okay, great. Bye. Click.
Bye.
It's gonna go. Sounds creepy as fucking ever. He's gonna go.
Garrett, while you're out in the courtyard, can you give me and assess the situation?
I'll assess the hell out of this situation.
Uh-oh.
Assess it.
Asses the situation.
Actually, it's an investigate. God. I've got too many games on my head.
Oh, this is not my optimal.
Yeah, it's observe a situation. Yeah,
is it observe a situation?
Yes.
Or is it
it's observe.
Observe.
Okay,
it's
good.
observe.
I'm perfectly thrilled to re-roll that 5. Yes, I really do.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh.
That's how you lead into a curve. From a 5 to a 19 once we figured out the right thing.
That's what we do.
That's what we do here. All right. You have 2 questions that you probably don't even know what you're asking.
Absolutely not.
You've been
where, when, why, how.
Your assessment, like the way the courtyard is set up with the trees, you're beginning to notice that the trees definitely, some of them don't belong here. It's like they've been moved here or dug up and replanted. The dirt's different. The trees themselves are different.
What in that observation would I consider the value of here? Am I going, gosh, they moved those trees from over there to over here, how weird? Or, gosh, they got those trees from the plains of Leng in Tibet, super weird. Like, how much not here are these trees from?
You suspect that one of the trees, which is a willow, just looks really off. The dirt and the way it's just prepared. And as you get closer to it, that's what kind of draws you to it. You're starting to notice odd symbols are very old in the bark. They're so old that you can barely recognize them. Probably 100 years of growth. So they're higher up.
Jason, unless I am being compelled by some force, this is where Garrett stops. Because he already had one tree-related problem today, and that's kind of where he caps out.
Okay.
But he's definitely like, I want to know, but I know what it is, or I know enough of what it is, and I'm not ready. Like, if I'm right, I am not ready. I need things.
Got it. Perfect. Nope. Your suspicions are definitely running rampant.
Oh, yeah.
And chances are poking that tree is not the wisest thing to do right now.
No, Garrett just stands there and does the concern meme for a solid 5 minutes. Cool. Man. Willow trees, which is under the willow trees, which is under the willow trees. I used to get...
Do you take the dirt from there?
Oh, fuck no. No, I get normal. I get the closest possible thing to like good Christian dirt from like next to the driveway.
Got it.
Good Christian dirt.
Got it.
Yeah, no. And he shakes it too. He's like, "Is there any? No, there's no just dirt."
And when you're walking away, you hear the tree shiver.
Mm.
Or it's just the wind.
It's never the wind.
If it was an aspen, I would be inclined to believe, oh yeah, no, that's just the sound of the tree. That's fine.
Everything that screams in the woods is a human predator.
Hate that sentence.
Yeah. That needs to be on a shirt.
Yeah. Someone clip that.
All right. Garrett goes way the hell inside.
Okay.
And just...
Everybody seems to... Yeah. Is everybody else getting ready to head back into town?
Yep.
Yes.
You have an opportunity to get dressed, splash some water in your face.
Yep.
Nothing comes out of the sewers and nothing comes out of the closet.
As River's getting ready, he just kind of wants to do a little, not like super snooping, but just if there seems to be like any small valuable things inside the house that would like just fit in his pocket.
Oh yeah, there's tons of the little trinkets.
Okay. Grabs the shiniest and sparkliest of those.
Okay. And ironically, you notice one of your outfits is missing from your suitcase.
I can't believe we forgot about that. Oh my God.
Are you here?
The house seems eerily quiet.
You have good taste. It was my favorite outfit.
Yeah, it's something. It was an outfit that really kind of said river. Something very, very personal and you.
Do I see any footprints similar to what we saw in the bathroom that were like coming from the mirror?
No.
I am anything that is disturbed or whatever this thing was or something. River's, thinking that something came in to grab this
one. Yeah, this one you can do an investigate.
Okay. Well, let's see what my investigate is. I don't think it's great. Investigate. Oh yeah, that's River's like second to worst one. Let's see how it's a 10.
Okay,
better than a 9.
Hey,
so
it ain't a 9.
You can ask one question. Like, how can I find out more? What I'm investigating? What is my gut feeling? And is there anything weird about what I'm investigating?
Yeah, is there anything weird about what I'm investigating? Like, is there? Yeah.
Yes. End of answer.
What is the weird stuff in the room?
Yeah, it looks like somebody has gone through your stuff and specifically picked out the things that would say you. Like, it's like you had gone through a room and just kind of moved stuff.
It's like exactly the outfit I was going to pick out for today.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be a role of like trying to keep it together or something. Like this, it's definitely unsettling for River to.
Hey,
it didn't happen last night.
If you think you want to keep it together, yeah. If you think you want to keep it together,
I think
feel free to roll.
I think so. 15.
Yeah, you between your resolve and just general sense of denial, you grit your teeth and just push through it.
I don't know if it's so much necessarily denial, but it's more like that same sort of thing about like going from scared to going to angry.
Okay.
And it's not only did Matthias take River's agency in having any say in this matter, not only did the thing that had something taken from it come and attack River and take what he really appreciates himself in his physical appearance, but now there's a thing that is taking his actual fucking stuff. and he just wants to go more than ever and packs up the suitcase as fast as possible and storms downstairs, or storms to the front where everybody is, where we're all meeting.
Are you meeting outside near the car?
I don't know. Ada doesn't go anywhere alone.
Okay.
If Ada had gone upstairs, Thomas would have followed her just to ensure that she didn't have to be alone while she was up there.
I appreciate
Makes
that.
sense.
Yeah.
And then as we are coming down, Thomas would have insisted on finding Gregory.
He is outside, looking rather confused at an empty spot where his truck used to be. He turns around, and it looks even more shocked when he sees, from what you can guess, is River. Oh, Mr. Zane? Wow, I must not have got enough sleep last night. Forgive me. I thought you just took my truck.
I think there's something that looks just like me that may have done that, as weird as that might sound, or maybe that doesn't sound weird. I don't know how much you know. When did this happen?
Just a few moments ago.
Oh, fuck. And River's running to find everybody.
We're like,
yeah, they're right there.
We're not far.
Oh,
you
gotta go. No, so like, so
you're basically kind of all walking out at the exact same time when you find him outside.
So River. So if I can kind of step it back in time just a sec. So before, like, as River was coming down, like, to the room, if there was nobody there, was going to find like the nearest person to alert them that there was something that looked or that took his stuff. So at least when we are going out here and we're hearing this from him, you all have at least heard from River that something took his stuff.
Perhaps Gregory was simply trying to help and do your laundry.
Well, you know what? We're gonna talk in the car.
So and then we're out here now. We're
out. Yeah.
Should I call the sheriff, or do you know what's going on?
We'll take care of it.
I don't know if the sheriff.
He immediately looks to Garrett because this man's truck is obviously his pride and joy, and Garrett can understand that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Garrett has a war face on. Like it's yeah.
Let's go.
Thank you.
We'll bring your car back. We'll bring your truck back up.
Will he be up for lunch, or should I just leave out sandwiches?
You know, we'll let you know when we're back up.
We can attend to food ourselves.
Yeah.
How about you take the day off as best as you can right now? We're going to go into town. We're going to find your truck. We're going to see what's going on. I need you to listen to me right now, okay?
Sir?
I need you to go into the house. I need you to pick out a couple of books. I need you to stack up some food. I need you to lock every fucking door in that house and go down to your room and lock every door behind you and hang out in your room, reading a book, eating some fucking overly expensive cheese and drinking. Go into the wine cellar, get something. If you hear Thomas screaming from town, you got the wrong bottle. But get something to eat, get something to drink, and I want you to lock yourself in your room, and I want you to hang out there.
Okay, it's one of them days.
Oh,
I got it.
Yeah, with peanut butter on both sides, man. It is gonna be a fucking thing.
understand. And he hurries into the house.
River, that entire conversation is like, let's go.
Yep.
Get your keys. Thomas, you brought your car.
Yes, I'm already in the driver's seat waiting.
I'm sure Garrett has shotgun because he's tall.
All right.
And he knows the town. Yeah.
You kind of peel off into the woods.
Yep, on the drive there, though. River, how long have you known that the thing that took your stuff looks like you?
So, when we were trying to find out where you were, in the bathroom, there was broken glass and...
Why was there broken glass?
I punched the fucking mirror because when you disappeared, there was writing on it. It said, "Give it back." And I just couldn't lose you.
I'll hug River.
But yeah, I know so much has fucking happened. There was, when we went back to try and see if we could find a way through, like maybe there was a trap door in the bathtub or something. There, we checked and there were footsteps from the mirror that led out that did not look human. And then they just merged into mine. And I didn't know what to think at the time, that something was after me, following me. But then I went upstairs this morning and my clothes were gone. And then Gregory saying that, I mean, now it's clear there's something that's, I can't even imagine what, like, if it's trying to be me, is it going I don't understand.
Again, why we need to find Matthias. This is some elaborate prank of monumental proportions that this...
Just drive.
Speaking of driving, Thomas, can you roll rationalist again?
Oh, no!
No!
While driving!
No,
Oh, no! Wait, you're not...
River doesn't know, though.
Listen, I'm not complaining.
But I am
I
saying,
just want a clarification. You're not using the roll from earlier, correct?
Oh no, that roll's already happened. That's why the tree. That's why the tree came out all nice and pretty.
Okay, that's fine. Sure, why not?
Oh,
but
yeah.
in my current mental state, all of my disadvantages are rolled at a -2.
Oh yes, yes, I want it. Roll.
This roll, unlike the previous, which was a 9, this roll is a 15.
Okay. Sweet. Okay.
You say that.
Okay. No, I do say that.
Yeah.
There is no real definition of success with rationalist.
Correct.
I'm aware.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Thomas, do you think that you're remembering how to get back to Willow Hills between the twisting roads, the weird trees, the weird ways that, the mountain's shadow falls over you and just kind of, you'll just go into darkness? As you were coming out of one of the mountain shadows, you see a car up ahead on the side of the road.
Oh, no.
Very familiar sports car. And a dark shape slowly waving as if trying to flag you down.
I slow down.
Boy, don't you dare. We will die.
Maybe she's... It's weird. Maybe she's wearing a scarlet dress or a mask or something like that.
Do we all see this?
You just kind of see...
I think we all see the car.
Yeah, you see a car.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Is this Miss Fox's car?
Yes, it's like somebody has peeled the flesh and it's just wet meat now. And she's just trying to wave you down. Are you slowing?
The dogs are right.
I agree with the dogs. No. I'm doing a heckin' concern.
I think that I start to slow down, yes. And then when Garrett yells, turn over my shoulder or, turn to look at him, and then I keep driving.
Abject, bloodless, wide-eyed terror.
The rest of you see something coming out of the woods for the car. Maybe it's a deer, maybe it's a bear, but something slams into the back of the car, almost knocking it off the road for a second. Although you're almost losing control, Thomas. Again, all you can just see is just that figure in the back. The rest can just see some huge shape. Now it's almost like a hound running after the car.
No.
And
River is just clutching onto Ada and screaming.
Oh, God. We are in the wrong part of the U.S. to be seeing this dog this size.
Are you speeding up? Slowing down again?
With the obvious abject horror of Garrett, the screaming of the two people in the back of the car, yes, I am going to absolutely hit the gas.
Okay. Again, the wheels kind of kick and spin, but you get enough purchase and enough speed that the thing disappears as you go around a bend. And once again, it's just a normal, beautiful green forest and slowly succumbing to autumn.
What the fuck was that? Ada!
Listen,
the fuck?
We are on a timetable. I apologize. Normally I would stop to help.
We're not upset that you're speeding up. You can keep doing that. That's great.
Just keep fucking driving.
Yeah. So that I know for sure that was Miss Fox's car, but I'm gonna be honest. I really hope that wasn't a fox.
It was.
No.
River's eyes peeled toward the back of the car, looking out the rear window for a good long time.
I mean,
it's just a weird sensation, and maybe it's just an optical illusion as you're looking back, but you can almost see like the trees erasing the road. It's like it's closing behind you.
Sure, of course it is. That's fine.
Does everybody see that, or just River?
Everyone.
Okay.
Anyone that looks back, it's just like there's like 100 yards, and then it's weird. The trees are closed.
You know what? That's fine. Maybe that means that I don't have to go back to that lake. Or the cave.
As you're continuing to drive on gravel road, it suddenly becomes concrete and asphalt. And it's just like a whole change of mood and sound and sensation. It's like you've left the wild and you're back in humanity.
So before we get back to humanity, would you say that I had experienced some sort of supernatural occurrence of some sort. I made a roll for the other disadvantage that I have, and you tell me whether it applies or not. I got a 6 on cursed.
Oh, God.
Nice.
It applies.
Oh, I mean, it's going to apply now.
It applies.
It applies. When it applies.
When it applies. That gives you 3 hold, sir.
Fucking death metal.
God. I'm wondering if
like
I
the
should
gifts that keep on giving.
Too. Good Lord.
You're back in humanity, and it's strange for Garrett and River. You almost get like this nauseous feeling now that you've left the wild. It's kind of nauseating and oppressive and heavy. Thomas, it's liberating. This is where you belong. And Ada, it's kind of maybe just relief that you're no longer back there. But what's in front of you? You can start to see more houses, the white picket fences, the perfect brown, the perfect homes, perfect buildings, the Norman Rockwell town of Willow Hills.
Any chance that we see Gregory's truck on the road in front of us somewhere?
Not yet.
As we're getting closer to the diner, River has been drafting a message on his phone.
Okay.
And when the diner gets in sight, he's going to send a message to Ada.
That's when...
Okay.
And as you're sending it, that's when Thomas catches sight of Gregory's truck.
On it like a bonnet. I mean...
It's empty. Yeah, you come up into the parking lot. There's a very expensive car, some old cars, and Gregory's truck. Seems to be a popular place for breakfast.
Great. Maybe you didn't have time to check you out of the hotel first, so...
Does the message go through to Ada's phone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So Ada, whenever you do read that message, it says, "I can't go back to that house. I'm leaving for the city as soon as we're done here this morning."
He will see Ada read it and go through a bit of a face journey of there is for a moment of a please don't leave me here. But then there's a lot of I am not going to stop you if you need to go. Okay.
Just before getting out of the door, he would also, seeing that look on your face, say, "You can come too."
I don't know if I can. I mean, could.
River just nods and gets out of the car when they park.
Yeah. I have to remember it all. I need to. For all the terrible things that'll do to me.
Is everybody getting out of the car?
Mm-hmm. Eric gets out of the car like he's about to start and end a fight.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Like
my kind of man.
I am following my
Thomas
man
is hot.
into battle.
Yeah. Thomas is hot on his heels.
his
Absolutely.
body language is exceedingly bellicose right now.
I'm letting the
River is
men
just hot. I don't know if y'all caught the what did you say? It's hard to keep me away from things I own. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. As you're leaving the cart, you do notice a fairly large scratch, like series of scratches down the side of it, like something was trying to hold on.
That'll buff out.
We were just about to walk into a diner, which in Willow Hills is the equivalent of hell.
Foreshadowing.
It is hell.
It is.
Hell. We're just not in
and
Inferno.
Hell is other people.
This diner is like one of those Ed Hopper paintings. It's both nostalgic and depressing as hell. You can hear the sounds and you can smell the smells. This place has existed for long. Probably has grease that has existed longer than most of you have been alive.
Gross.
In the back, you see the very large, imposing shape of Mr. Lynch, who has taken over one of the booths. He is sitting alone. But as the four of you walk in and he catches eyes with River, even from this distance, you see his eyebrow go up. Curious, confused. And then he just steeples his fingers beneath his chin and waits.
So if that pickup truck is also there, River is definitely looking around for himself or his clothes.
You don't spot yourself in the crowd, but you do smell like one of your colognes.
That fucker.
Oh yeah, that cologne.
Links arms with Ada and just looks over at Garrett and Thomas.
He's just continuing to watch you. One of the waitresses comes up with a bunch of menus. Can I help you? Do you need chairs? Would you like to sit up at the front? Along.
We were gonna meet. We were actually meeting Mr. Lynch.
Oh. Yeah, she looks at River again. Kind of shakes. She's obviously busy, so she's trying to just ignore what is confusing her. Oh, sure. I'll lead you there. She leads you towards Mr. Lynch's booth. Sets down the menus. Can I get you all coffee?
Tea, please.
Tea, of course.
Hot tea, he means.
Oh, right, of course.
Yes, preferably an English breakfast, if you have it.
We've got that stuff in the little baggies.
Coffee for me.
Yeah, some cream and honey, preferably.
You got it.
For that coffee.
Hey, Mr. Lynch, can I get you anything else? He just looks up. Irene, of course not. I'm here for this meeting. If you could just get us all the special, wait about 15 minutes and then join us. She's like, of course, don't you worry, honey.
She will be joining us.
By bringing us breakfast, of course. You must all be quite hungry. You look like you've had a long drive here. All of you, which is interesting. Some of you seem to have arrived before You've arrived.
What on earth does that mean?
He means me. Thomas. Where did he go?
As far as I know, you went to the bathroom. I suspect you saw yourself pulling up. So am I speaking to the correct Mr. Zane?
The one and only.
He extends his hand to you.
Does not take his hand.
May I? Just to dismiss any dubiousness, shall we say?
Fuck no.
That's the Zane I remember.
Thomas, you have business with Mr. Lynch, right?
Yes, he does. Did you find it yet?
River picks up his coffee and actually will stand up and sit at the. Does this diner have a bar where people sit?
Yeah.
Finds a spot where he can sit with his back to the bar, cup of coffee, and looking at the door of the bathroom, the men's bathroom.
Of which are you referring, Mr. Lynch?
Shall we be so tiresome as to just spell this out? The mirror. Matthias's mirror. Have you located it?
What I have and have not been able to procure from our estate is none of your business.
Oh, but I do believe it is.
You have no claim. Whatever claim you had with Matthias, unless there's some sort of legal binding, of which I guarantee you I will bury you in 1,000 lawyers, until your little conclave has nothing of which they can continue to fight for this peace that you are so rudely asking after.
He looks over at Ada. Is he always like this?
Yes, I am.
Yes. Mr. Lynch, it's 3/4 of his charm.
Ah. Is that what it is?
I mean...
That British stiff upper lip, I suppose.
No, the stiff upper lip is entirely different. This is just...
No, I'm rather a ragged prick, as some would say. So whatever claim you believe that you do have, I suggest that you muster as many of your people as you can, and I dare you to come after it.
Of course.
That's a figure of speech. Oh. That is a figure of speech.
No, it is a threat.
Yes, that is a threat, Miss Hazard.
I'm going to throw myself in that fucking lake.
Mr. Whitman, do you have anything to say? Have you encountered the mirror? I know Miss Hazard has in the past.
I've encountered lots of mirrors. I'm pretty.
The one that I'm seeking, it's an obsidian mirror. It means nothing to you, but it means everything to me. And before Mr. Titterington goes on again about lawyers, considering what you've probably experienced over the last 48 hours, do you really think lawyers are the worst that you need to worry about?
Do you really think you could walk away if you made me mad right now?
Oh.
Please. Make him mad. Right now.
Mr. Whitman.
I summoned an angel of the black tree last night. You need to leave.
You did what?
You heard me.
Please. No. I hope I didn't.
Why, is that a problem?
You're dealing with things that you should not be tampering with.
So are you.
I'm on the side of order, Mr. Whitman.
I'm on the side of the natural order.
And that, sir, is my issue. Natural order is an abomination. There is a distinct human order that must be maintained, and you are disrupting it.
Yeah, I'm just a son of a bitch like that, aren't I?
Well, most of your family is. It does, son. Although I am quite impressed that an inbred person like yourself would actually be able to pull off true magic.
What can I say? I'm gifted.
And he is crass.
Yes. Interesting that you would say that. Now, I'm going to once again, and for the last time, ask, have you found it?
And I will once again remind you to go fuck yourself.
I shouldn't answer that question. I should not answer that question. I mean, I know what's on the other side of it.
I guess we will have to come to some other arrangement.
There will be no arrangement, Mr. Lynch. You hold no sway here.
He leans forward. I suspect I shall have to deal with whatever has, shall we say, taken a liking to Mr. Zane. It seems to be a hell of a lot more rational.
And you, sir, I suggest that you go back to whoever it is that sent you and that you let them know that you have failed and that there is no recourse. You do know who I am, and you do know who I work for. And despite your connections, I assure you, mine are deeper and more powerful than anything that you can summon. And I want to roll.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah! Yes! Oh.
I'm going to say that this is probably notorious.
Okay.
Oh my God. Ada's having a lot of feelings about it.
And by the while, Garrett, when you lean forward, that feeling of nausea is getting even worse. So if you wanted to roll your marked, you can.
I did. I rolled a 5.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
That's another 3 hold. The
14.
Go for it. 14.
Yeah, let's resolve notorious first.
So he knows of my reputation. And through that, he also knows that Thomas has, while there are many, many bad things that Thomas has done, the one thing that Thomas is rather well known for within these circles between Bergstrom and Themis and the rest.
All right.
How much do I want to say? Setting a building full of people on fire is not beneath him.
It's not a war crime the first time.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it is, but all I'm saying is, damn, Ada wants to marry everyone, every man involved in this except Mr. Lynch. Mm. But listen, she could give him a chance.
He leans forward, at which point, Garrett, anytime he gets closer to you, that nausea rises up, and your marks burn.
Yep.
It's almost like they're recoiling into your flesh.
Mm-hmm. And he has already left curling streaks in the linoleum about it.
He leans forward, looks directly at Thomas. Do the screams still haunt you, Mr. Titterton? They don't, do they? You should really come work for us. We have more use for people of your talent. And yes, I do know who you represent. I doubt you do. Believe it or not, we're on the same, shall we say, course. We guide people, Mr. Tittington. You're just a pawn, but you could be a king. Good day.
I would rather be the knight with the lance.
Of course you would. How quaint. And he starts rising. And everyone at the table feels the actual table shift, like there is an enormous weight moving. And he just keeps standing and standing until he's quite over the table. 6, 7, 8 feet. Leaning over. His suit is again tightened against the bulk within. But this isn't rot. This is some kind of yellowed, translucent flesh with things moving under it.
Oh.
These
Never mind.
childish tactics standing on the chair in attempts to intimidate myself and my compatriots are juvenile.
Of course they are. This is why we like humans like you. We'll be in touch, Mr. Tittington. To the rest of you, River, you feel a hand, like a thick, meaty hand, swallow up your shoulder. We'll be seeing you again. And if Mr. Zane wishes to dispose of his issue, I suggest he call me again before I call it.
River throws the hot coffee in his face.
Oh God! Oh God! Is Garrett about to do?
Yeah, Garrett flips the fuck out about it.
Yay! Right. Scary dog privileges.
Okay, so is Garrett attacking him, or because he recoils from the hot coffee?
His objective is to grab him like by the face.
All right,
but it's not for damage; it's for psychological effect. We're still at threat mode.
Okay.
But I rolled a 5 on marked, so you tell me. Let me know when I'm not in control anymore. Garrett grabs the table and slides it out of the way. Grabs him by the face like this, fingers digging into whatever disgusting flesh Garrett can see in the moment, and says, "You need to walk away right now, or I will nail your balls to your leg and chase you down with dogs." Is that how you want to spend the last moments of your real long fucking life? The last bit of spunk you'll ever make running down the back of your goddamn knee while the wild hunt finds you? I will make it happen.
You feel his neck widen under your hand to the point that it's like you can't grip onto it. Your fingers are sinking into rolls of flesh and fat and muscle. River, you feel his back, because he's just getting larger, literally press you into the counter, almost smothering you as he just fills the space. What's odd is that nobody in the room seems to notice. They should actually be noticing the violence, but they're not even noticing that. Everyone has this dull, distant look.
It's the Denny's conundrum. Yeah, the Denny's paradox.
Walk away, meat market, before I make you go lower on the food chain.
You are so impressive, Whitman. The teeth are starting to puncture out through his lips.
So this thing is like pressing up against River, like,
yeah, it's pinning you.
River is trying to dig that blade that he had taken from the mansion out of his pocket, and is just going to start like sticking whatever is in front of him, like some crazed person that's trying to get me on a bus.
The blade goes in again and again. You feel hot blood pour over your fingertips and your hands and your wrists. And he hisses, not out of pain, but of ecstasy.
Oh.
You're
no.
So interesting, all of you. Yes, keep doing that.
Go jump off a fucking cliff.
Do you not recognize that your threats are meaningless to something like me? You fucking little ants dancing around, not knowing what you're playing with.
And Jainahana Nahimat.
Or maybe you do. I'll leave now, Mr. Whitman, Mr. Zane, Mr. Tittington, Miss Hazard. But we will not forget. And when you find what we want, you can call me again. And maybe you'll be forgiven your trespass. And then he's just back in his suit, dusting himself off and walking out. No blood.
We ain't
no
calling
damage.
you.
The woman comes over. Is everything all right?
Yeah, he's fine. He has a meeting to go to. He had other places to be.
Yeah, it was child support dispute. It's fine. We'll take care of it.
River runs over and busts open the door to the bathroom.
Yep.
Okay.
And looks around.
Hell, if River didn't, himself. Ada was about to.
Written on the mirror in blood. Just give it back.
Oh, God. It's the meat thing. That's what it was.
So, River was in that moment of like, so I want to see if I understand this correctly. So in that moment when River was telling him to go jump off a fucking cliff, River was trying to tap into that thing that he is starting to understand about the voice, and trying to like when he and Garrett were running out of the basement. So this thing was like, no, fuck you.
Pretty much.
Okay.
This one, they may have noticed what you were trying to do, and in fact, that may have been not only just stabbing it, that was getting it off, so to speak.
Okay.
But hearing that voice.
Okay. So yeah, River's just kind of like backed up against the wall in the bathroom, and like the door to the bathroom is just kind of swinging back and forth.
The lady distributes the plates. Don't you worry, Mr. Lynch. He paid for everything, so you just settle down and have a good time. If you need anything, just call me over.
We will.
The rest of you expecting to sit here and eat breakfast at this point?
Yes, I'm hungry. I almost drowned last night.
Yes, dear. I apologize.
I have to maintain
Enjoy
this
your
voluptuous
waffles.
figure somehow.
Yeah. There's waffles, bacon, eggs, everything. I mean, it's pretty much a coronary on a plate.
We're all wound a little tight. Some food wouldn't hurt.
It's got something, yep.
And Garrett, you've still got burn marks where you were grabbing that guy. In fact, the color has bleached out of the mark. It's slowly coming back. Like when you really press your hand onto something sharp.
Yeah.
The blood eventually comes back.
Yeah, fuck you too, buddy. I don't like him.
There's nothing to like.
No, I didn't like him. And listen, I don't like him anymore. But
River,
who
you
knows?
all right?
I got bad taste in men, man. I didn't think he was so bad at first.
River is still in the bathroom.
Oh.
Washing. Is there any blood from, like, so you said, like, I felt hot blood. Is there any blood on my hands? Nothing.
No.
River is just in the bathroom scrubbing his hands, like there to get that feeling and sensation off, even though there's no.
Yeah.
Real.
It's like a ghost.
Blood.
Real Lady Macbeth moment there.
Yep.
That's what I was gonna say.
Out damn spot. Out.
Very.
Out. Man, you scrubbed
and
so
is in
hard
there
you have
for
started bleeding.
Minutes.
All right.
People come. Yeah, a couple of guys come through, but that's about it. Kind of give you a look, like, what the hell is this person doing here? But
can one of you go check on River in the bathroom?
Yes, happily. Finish your breakfast.
Oh, I'm going to. Don't worry. I have a lot. I have a lot to process. I've got.
The hash browns look
Oh, they're
medium.
not as good as yours.
they are oddly and wonderfully satisfying. You can actually get a stability back if you've lost one.
I think.
Same with anyone that eats this meal.
I think.
You feel just the sense of belonging and community and peace in this room.
I'm not losing any stability, but I am still a bit injured from, the drowning.
River decidedly has no appetite.
Yeah, I'm typing a text as I am walking to the bathroom. Mr. Zane, are you... What on... Breakfast is at the table.
I'll be there.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
That's the answer of someone who is not.
No, really. It's okay.
River.
Yes, Thomas.
This is a lot for all of us. But your burden is greater.
And is my burden. I'm fine. Yeah, I'll finish up here soon.
I'll have coffee at the table for you.
Thanks.
And I reach out, put my hand on his forearm, and just give it a little squeeze as I walk away.
Aww.
River kind of flinches when you touch his arm. I'll be there.
I send a text that says, Mr. Lynch from Bergeron House inquires about the obsidian mirror. I need to know where Matthias is. And I rolled a 13 on influential friends.
All right. You'll get a message shortly. Are you eventually returning to the table, River?
Yes, sorry.
Yes, after probably like 2 more minutes.
Okay. By the time River returns, is there anybody else doing anything while you're at the table?
I do have a question for Garrett, actually, and it is after Ada's gone through several face journeys, which ultimately result in down girl, that she just kind of goes, Garrett, what did you say to him?
When you start talking to Garrett, the first thing that happens is when he looks up, his eyes are reflective in the back for a minute. And he blinks that away and he kind of looks very embarrassed and says, that was the end of a prayer.
Okay.
And the last word is one of the names for that.
Okay. The black tree, I guess.
One of the names, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna throw myself back into that lake after dark. I think that sounds fine. That sounds fine. There's a nice crocodile man waiting for me somewhere down there, and it'll just be fine. I'll just drown again. It'll be fine.
I don't.
Ada, dear, you are spiraling again.
I'm not. This meal's very centering. I just don't know how much more I can fucking take. There really is just a very nice Cayman man just waiting for me, and I know his name. He knows my name. We're supposed to be married, apparently. It's like, it should be fine. It should just be fine. And I'll just...
That's when you return to the table, River.
And when River gets back to the table, you can see that his pupils are super dilated. Ada would for sure know that he had some coke in the bathroom.
Worse.
I take coffee away from him because fuck you, I'm not giving you more stimulants.
So, moving forward, are we going back to the hotel, collecting our things? I believe I am not ready to leave town. There's too much left to do at the house. Should we caravan? Take Gregory's truck? Perhaps allow Garrett. We can take him back to his vehicle.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to be able to make it through those trees again?
Who was the guy that brought us here in the first place? I can't remember his name.
Sheriff Noah?
No.
Gregory.
No. The guy that took us over here to the house.
Yeah, that was Gregory.
That was Gregory?
Yeah, that was Gregory.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, we got. Yeah, I'm like, there's
a month and a half ago.
Yeah,
it's been a long night, River. I totally understand that you are a bit discombobulated. In your present state, and everything that you have experienced over the last 24 hours is traumatic.
So, yeah, hotel, it doesn't really matter to me.
Thomas, your phone vibrates. It's a text back, and it has a picture of Matthias's autopsy. At least you're pretty sure it's Matthias because most of the face is gone. Matthias dead. Mere priority. Use the shackles.
I suggest we get on the road.
Well, let's...
You get one of them highly motivational text messages.
It's just business.
I wonder if I left the keys in the truck.
Only one way to find out.
If not, then I will happily take a portion of my estate and purchase a new vehicle for Mr. Gregory. It's the least I can do.
We can jimmy the lock. We don't have to buy a new car.
I'm not.
I'm sure there's a locksmith in this town, or Sheriff Noah can get it undone.
Yeah, I'm gonna go have a cigarette and try to open up his trunk. See if we can at least take it along with us.
Okay, you guys go outside, and yes, the truck is open, and yes, the keys are sitting in the ignition.
Small towns, man.
Anyone know how to drive one of these?
Is that stick shift?
Fuck if I know. I haven't driven like ever.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I can drive it.
All right. I got to head back to my place real quick. I want to get a couple things because it's time to get a couple things.
I can check us out of the hotel, get our stuff, and
Is that where everybody's back to the
meet
hotel?
Yeah, and then meet back here or wherever we need to.
I would just suggest that we leave from there back to Hyperion House.
All right, great. I will call Gregory and let him know that we have found his truck. It is safe, and we're bringing it back.
He's very appreciative. Yeah. Still slightly confused. Is it all right if I come out of my room now, ma'am?
Garrett? No, not yet. Sorry,
not when you're by yourself. No,
not yet. We still don't know quite what's going on.
Do we have like an estimated time of arrival? Because I'd really like to use the facilities, ma'am.
Can you use the bathroom, Garrett? Don't.
Look.
Don't make him. Come on.
Fine, whatever. Like, just.
I'll make it right quick, ma'am.
Yeah,
hit the cannon stuff quick.
Yeah, I think there's one near your room, preferably, but.
Yeah, there's one down here.
Just be safe, okay?
I think we're peeing the bottle level's a problem, but apparently he doesn't. So I mean, that's whatever, to each their own.
There ain't no level of desperation where shit in a bottle is okay, Garrett. Pee in a bottle is one thing.
Pee in a bottle.
I know, and I'm telling you, to pee in a bottle is one thing, but shit in a bottle is a completely different level. And we don't.
That's what it
need a bigger bottle.
That's what a shoebox is for. That's what the shoebox is for.
This is a horror story, people. Don't use the bathroom.
Nurgle, no.
He's mighty relieved that he can be relieved.
Be safe, be careful, be quick about it. I'm so sorry. We don't want anything bad to happen to you, Gregory. You're so pure. You're the only reason I made it out of that fucking lake.
After you hang up with Gregory and head back to the hotel, you notice Sheriff Noah's car outside, but you don't see him.
Outside the hotel?
Yeah.
Fine.
You can get to your vehicles pretty easy without him. You suspect without him noticing.
Well, I need to get into my room to get my stuff. So, you know what? I'm going to do a thing.
You've been waiting for this.
I've been waiting for this. Can I feasibly get the window open from the outside?
Yes.
I would like to use parkour.
Yes, ma'am. It is quite... Yes, go for it. There's definitely enough handholds and places to jump for you to do so.
That's a 20 on the die.
Whoa.
That's plus whatever it is.
The gentlemen pretty much see Ada pause at the front door and then just, it's like, Cirque du Soleil. Entering the second floor in an impossible acrobatic display.
Holy shit. When did you learn that?
They just look down and kind of smile and shrug. Pop the screen inside the room and climb in.
That girl's climbed in and out of some second-story windows.
She is very resourceful.
Yeah, your room is as it was yesterday.
Great.
So
gather
you can
up all
pack
my
up
stuff and yeah.
And you're gonna go out the same way?
I'm gonna like
with a roll that high. Yeah.
I'm gonna lean out and I'm gonna go, all right, someone catch my bag.
River puts his arms out.
Yep. Drop it out the window.
Is it a heavy bag?
It's full of clothes, like a spare pair of shoes and some toiletries.
Laptop.
There's a laptop in there, but like it's like she basically like shoved her backpack into the bag.
And I just because I like you people, I will not use a hold to make River drop it.
Listen, I still got my phone.
I was actually thinking like, oh, River's like, oh shit, that's probably heavy, and like backs up real quick.
No, you had to, see. That's why I was hoping that Garrett would be like, all right, I guess.
Drops your laptop.
All right. I am willing to get into River's room and.
Are you gonna go through? Yeah, you can get to the other ones as well.
Yeah. I'll get to the other ones as needed, and like pausing when once I get to like out of or like I'll look out and go. Do you three want me to get into your rooms as well?
This is unnecessary. It's an unnecessary risk.
Garrett?
There's nothing there I need.
All right, River. I'll go get your stuff then. You're welcome.
You know that I would want my stuff.
And I'll just commit a second act of light B&E.
All right. It's pretty easy considering that role. So you spend your time doing that. Meanwhile, downstairs, the other three, the car that you drove here in River is still there. Your truck is undisturbed, Garrett.
Good.
And the police officer still hasn't come out. So at least you've gotten off on that.
I'm
not particularly
nice.
He seems like a 2-hour breakfast kind of guy. I'm not real worried about it.
Listen, I have no standing. I ship him and the gal who runs the hotel. All right, I'm just saying they're having a nice long conversation.
All right,
reading a very good
2-hour breakfast. I'm still probably right.
Yeah.
So when Ada finally comes back, you can hear Noah's voice saying goodbye. What are you guys doing?
Yep. All right,
in the car, on our way back. Everybody in a car, everybody getting on the road.
Yeah.
Scrambling down the wall.
Everyone.
So everybody's in their own separate car, 4 cars,
yes.
Correct?
4 cars.
4 cars.
All right.
Immediately starting a party line call for as long as it will last up into the woods.
Who's leading the way?
Thomas drove out. Thomas drives in.
I'm half convinced this truck knows the way by heart.
And who's taking the rear?
I will.
I was gonna say no, not
Garrett.
River. I was gonna say it's either Garrett or it's Ada. Honestly,
Garrett's caboosing. But a couple of comments. I did want to head back to Garrett's place and pick up undefined MacGuffins.
Okay.
If that's acceptable.
Absolutely.
Okay. And the other thing I'd like to do is I'd like to take some of the dirt from the ground near Hyperion House and actually like put an arrow on the front of each car in that dirt.
Ooh.
Like essentially like, you know, it's the spaghetti trebuchet of magic, but
in fact,
you know, trying to dowsing rod it a little bit.
Yeah, you do have magic.
Yeah.
Can you roll that?
Oh.
Thank good for stat dumps.
Because honestly, with magic, it's like materials just help it. It's the intention that really gets you there.
Yeah, Garrett is the redneck version of a chaos mage. Total of 13.
So a chaos mage.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Very nice.
Perfect. You probably just saved somebody.
Yeah. I got
when you put, again, as soon as you do that, like you invoke your magic. There's something about the town. It's almost like the town shudders, like it's uncomfortable that you're doing stuff like this. And then that feeling passes. When you're driving out into the woods, as soon as you hit the gravel road, again, that feeling of humanity is behind you. But whatever magic Garrett has invoked on the vehicles seems to guide you through the woods. It's a lot easier this time. The turns don't seem as strange or disorienting. You see Mrs. Fox's car again, still on the side of the road. So you're on the right way. When you come out of the tree line, though, where Hyperion House should be, it's an open field. The road ends. It's some kind of wheat field, old and overgrown and left to fallow. And there is an old shape on a hill, like a very small hill. At first it seems natural, but then the closer you look, it seems to be something made by humans. Like an old farmhouse that's fallen over on its side. And its steeple has collapsed into the ground and is sitting there very pathetically. Like an old memory.
It's the same image from the plate at dinner the night before.
Yes.
God, that was... Fuck me, that was... God, that was barely 24 hours prior.
Not even 24 hours prior.
Oh, God.
It was like 14
Yeah, we're doing
ago.
the spooky speed run.
Fuck me.
It's been a long night.
God.
Do you stop, Thomas, or are you...
No, we're going to pull down...
Because you're running out of road.
Through it.
No, of course, yeah, stop.
Oh, okay. Fortunately, the rain from the previous night wasn't so bad, so, you don't sink into the mud.
Garrett.
You can see the other cars piling up behind you.
Whenever we park, Garrett has a fit in the driver's seat that is so violent it almost looks like a Paranormal Activity commercial. Yeah, just an absolute full body rage out for a second.
And River is just does the sad slump as contrast.
Yeah, Ada's fully out of the car,
And Thomas is fully doing that dad got out of the car and is walking back to everyone else,
Yeah.
It seems as if I have made a wrong turn. I'm not sure.
No, we're here.
I apologize that, there is no GPS that seems to be working out here.
Don't worry, we just all got whooped by Occam's fuck it.
Oddly, yes, Ada.
Thomas, that was on the plate.
Yes, that's...
Thomas, that's the fucking church. From the dream.
I do believe you are correct.
Strange how often that happens. I'm gonna throw myself in that fucking lake.
You can hear the loons off in the distance, so the lake must be nearby. And things rustling the wheat as the wheat kind of moves by itself.
Did anyone see a fork in the road? I don't remember one.
This is where we were supposed to go. This was the way.
Hyperion House.
And Garrett, you do notice beyond the church is an almost perfect line of willow trees.
Yeah. Yeah, fine. Cool. Yeah.
No.
Well, I see no way but forward.
That I'll agree with.
Can't go over it, can't go under it, can't go around it, gotta go through it. Okay.
So I
just
can't
leave.
get over it. So... No, we can't. Not anymore.
Not the way you guys been rolling.
This is what it feels like to be summoned.
You guys don't have to go.
Like, fuck, we don't have to go, River. You put that right up your ass and keep it there. We're not doing that part. You guys don't have to go. Yes, we do. We're going to help you. You guys don't have to go. I can take care of this by myself. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Done. We're going. Now have a cigarette, have some more cocaine. I've got to do some magic.
Please don't have more cocaine, River.
I'm out.
I'm not mad.
Good.
I didn't think I'd be here this long.
Thomas, you got
Well, I only booked
shackles.
one-way tickets, so.
River just fully starts smoking a cigarette and walking up towards the church house.
Okay, you walk
like
into the
walk
wheat
into the
field?
field. Yeah, walk to the wheat field for sure.
And,
Just walking slowly, not like running toward it or anything.
Okay.
What did you ask, Garrett?
Yeah, Garrett had a question.
Yeah, you got your witch shackles with you?
You don't feel them on you, but when you kind of glance into your vehicle, they're on the front seat, curled up like a snake, just waiting.
I do.
Awesome. This is the only time in my life I'm happy to see those. All right.
And what would you propose that I do with them?
You put them on the most Matthias looking thing that you see when we go in there. And that feels like a good start.
Duly noted.
Because even if you don't think they work, he's playing by the same rules as the people that made them. Which means that even if you don't think they work, the Matthias thing or whatever will think that they work. So you don't have to believe in them. You just have to believe that they're gonna.
Well, then I believe.
Normally I would say hallelujah like an asshole, but I don't feel like it right now.
Hallelujah.
That's contagious. All right. Anvil dust. Brick dust. Nightshade. Ergot. Mushrooms. And he just starts pulling little jars and Altoid tins and oil filter.
Tins, I fucking love it. That's perfect.
Yeah. Like it is absolutely your like depression era like spice cabinet
shit tied up in Walmart sacks and fucking
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's plastic baggies that have clearly been reused.
Because they're still good.
Image.
You can track the evolutionary history of Rubbermaid for the past 40 years. Like, yeah.
You have that olive green Tupperware with the ridged lid that your grandmother got from her mother. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Glass jars that have label after label after label over them as they've been reused for different stuff.
Yeah. But it starts cute and then it just starts getting worse and worse as it comes out. Because like he pulls out something and it's like, oh look, it's an Altoid tin. Oh look, it's a jelly jar. Like, isn't that adorable? Oh, look, that one's got some bloody fingerprints on it.
Why is that one for radium makeup?
Yeah, like, what?
No, put that one back.
You know, why does this one have import-export stickers on it? Why is this one literally dipped entirely in wax and Garrett has to cut it open to use it?
I love it.
That's how you preserve it.
Yeah.
Well, you're, what's Ada doing?
Well, you know.
River's out in the field.
Fuck it. I mean, we'll just see. Weirder things have happened if she's got an internet connection. Like, fuck it. I might die. Let's see if I can get on the dark web one more time. There's probably no internet out here, and that's fine.
You do, as you're trying to turn on your phone, the symbols go all over the place. It's like something is interfering, not just with your net,
yeah,
but the actual technology itself.
All right.
It's just weird fractal patterns are starting to form on the phone. Some of which you would swear are almost like the symbols you've seen on Garrett.
You know what? I'm wondering if I need to roll for haunted or perhaps repressed memories. Because I have not rolled haunted yet at all. And I don't know. Fuck it. Maybe there's something. Maybe I have something useful hidden in trauma.
Sure. I've only got 9 holds still. Let's go for it.
I mean, I don't know. Why don't you use one against me? I got nothing. I'm just sitting here looking pretty.
Go for it.
All right, fuck it. Let's see what I get. Where'd that other D10 go? There it is. All right, well, okay. Repressed memories at a +0. Well, that was a 10, actually. But it's at a +0, which is not a 9.
Okay.
So, memories partly resurface, taking it the form of a flashback and/or hallucination. You must keep it together.
Excellent.
Great.
Here's what sets you off. As you see River going out into the wheat field. I don't know if you've ever seen how the grasses can move almost like water.
Waves. It's waves. Yep.
You see as if something is parting the waves, like it's beneath the grass.
No.
And it's heading right for River.
Well, let's see how well I can keep it together.
And it triggers back when you were in Honduras in the water and something huge was rising up from below to claim you.
It's your boyfriend.
Oh, no. That's a 7 on the die, +2 is 9, and that's not enough.
That's not enough.
I'm just going to have a bit of a freak out about that because, my God, River, you're going to get eaten by a crocodile. Sorry, a caiman.
Yeah. So you're going to have your moment.
Yeah, I'm just staring out there like, River, you're going to get eaten.
So you could either lose control, suffer an emotional trauma, or suffer a life-changing trauma.
You know, I've never gotten to this part of KULT before. I don't know what I should choose.
You could also
fun.
You could panic, or you could just cower.
Fuck it, I'll just lose control. Why not? Let's see what I do. I'll hand the control.
So what? Yeah. No, this is what would you like to do? Are you just going into scream mode?
I really think she does yell what she thinks is River's name and starts running towards him to like try and tackle him out of the way of whatever is heading straight for him.
Okay.
And just praying she gets there first.
To the other three, for some reason, Adeline suddenly screams, "Matthias, it's in the water." It's coming. He's coming. And continues to scream. And you said you were running towards River?
Yep, I have to run towards River. It's gonna get him.
So Matthias is in the wheat,
in the through the jungle. Who knows?
What's weird is she's yelling it at you, River.
That Matthias is in the wheat.
No, that he's coming. Matthias, it's in the water. Matthias,
it's like
Matthias,
she's calling you by
the water.
Yes,
I see.
Yeah, it's like she's calling you by his name.
Looks around confused. Ada, it's me. There's no water. The lake is gone. Is the lake gone?
No, it's like over there.
It's way.
The lake is over there.
And that's when you kind of see you've never really been that much of a nature person, but you can tell when something is moving under grass and heading right for you.
Can I observe the situation?
Sure.
Let's take a closer look at this.
Look.
9.
In fact, you don't actually see.
Well, I can ask a question, but I get no bonus.
Yeah.
And I miss something, attract unwanted attention, or expose myself to danger, and you get a move.
Yeah.
So
you kind of
what is that? Yeah, what is being hidden to me? What is being hidden from me? Yeah.
You catch some kind of movement heading towards you, but Adeline's terror is so overwhelming that you have to look towards her and turn your back on whatever's coming.
Yeah.
And the other two hear this as well.
Is Ada started has Ada started running towards River?
You're up to your waist in the
full tilt like oh, she might have done track in high school. Oh no.
Parkour.
Parkour.
Thomas is definitely making his way toward Ada. When he hears her yelling Matthias's name, he was there for that.
He remembers those lines.
So that is, that immediately sparks something in me, and I go,
you do
whatever it is that I am doing and head that way.
You don't know how you've kind of forgotten when Matthias was attacked by something and dragged underwater, trying to push Ada out of the way? Or was it towards the water? The memory's kind of fuzzy. I mean, he wouldn't have tried to push her towards the water, would he?
With what I know now, yes, absolutely, that son of a bitch would have.
And Garrett, are you still collecting your stuff?
Well, Garrett was very much in magical thinking, not paying attention mode. So his spin up time is slower than anybody wishes it would. So there's definitely a point where he just kind of looks up what the fuck? And he wasn't there.
Yep.
He doesn't recognize a flashback. He hears Ada screaming, and he will slowly start to get up and realize that something is big bad wrong, but he's gonna be a measure behind.
Okay. Ada, you reach river just as this weird impression goes around you. You feel something pass through you. It's almost like when you experienced your moment down there in the cave. You can almost smell the jungle again. And his scent, that wild, crazed scent that enveloped you and was trying to pull you away from your humanity, to pull you down into the primal depths. In fact, as you grab River, you almost want to let go and just sink down into the grass. You could just sink again.
I'm not gonna lie, there was a great desire to like, all right, well, now I'm gonna wrestle a caiman thing. Because I have to make sure it doesn't get River.
Wrestle
Matthias.
a caiman thing.
Wrestle.
It
will start with me grabbing the mouth, like climbing on top and grabbing the snout, because all of the muscles are for closing the mouth, not opening it.
Thomas, you can see like the grass just part around them, like something has moved over them that you can't see, they can't seem to see, but it's obviously disturbing its environment. And it's starting to circle again.
Does River feel anything?
Yeah, in fact, you kind of feel like that primal horror from when you were back in the Paragon Club. Like that weird, supernatural, you've touched something that you shouldn't.
And it's a similar feeling to what happened with Garrett and that tree. Correct.
Yeah. But this is more pure. That was corrupt.
And that felt like, good. But this feels just different.
Yeah, just almost
better or worse.
Have you ever been standing on the edge of a wood and you know that there's an animal watching you? That primal fear that just rises up in all of us?
Okay.
Yeah. This is nature.
I think instinctually River kind of crouches down.
You just keep on seeing it. That movement off in the distance. So did Ada just want to sink into the mud and dirt?
Maybe.
And return back?
Return to Crab. It's tempting. I'm gonna let Thomas maybe gain a little as I'm trying to talk to him, and I'm gonna say like, but I'm still not. I don't think I'm fully lucid again and saying like Matthias, it's Sapakna. Like we have to get back to the boat. We have to get back to the river. We have to get back to the river.
Ada, love, listen, look me in the eyes. Look at me.
Look.
Ada. Dear child. We're in New York, dear. Matthias is gone. That is River. That is your friend, Mr. Zane.
Starting to come back.
Why? Yeah. But why do I want to go to it? Him.
Because you are damaged, child.
There's just no filter for Thomas.
No, he's so done. Thomas
because
is so done.
Because Mr. Cole has spun us all up. He chewed us and spit us back without us even realizing it, with us asking for it.
Yeah, because he made us all feel special, because took us to interesting places and told us we were special and said we had these great destinies. And look, Adelaide,
please understand. He preys on the vulnerable. I'm sorry that you got in his way. But he is not here. Whatever it is that you think that you see, you do not see.
I do. It's the Cayman. It's the Pakna. I do. He's right here, and I could just reach out to him.
You are spiraling again, and I am telling you, that is River, and there is no Zapokna.
Swear to God, I want to rip over this fucking illusion.
In the nose and out the mouth, dear. In the nose.
I'm not.
Out the mouth.
I am not spiraling. He's right there. He's right there. I could just go to him. And why do I want to?
River, you're saying anything?
River is still... Like, that sensation has not left River, correct?
It's fading.
He's right here.
It's like a breeze has passed over you. And the sun's coming back. The normalcy of this place.
The fuck are we doing here?
We took a wrong turn.
No, we didn't.
What the fuck are we doing here still?
Some of us can't leave. We can't leave. You tell me, you look me in the face and tell me that we try and leave Willow Hills, that road isn't going to turn us back onto it and we're going to find ourselves at that fucking hotel again or here again. We did not make a wrong turn. We're where we're supposed to be.
Meanwhile, back at the truck, you hear a very soft voice near your ear.
Mm-hmm.
You see them, don't you? You see my sisters and what they did to them. You'll make it right, won't you?
We'll see.
I dismissed my goddess. Otherwise, I would have taken your people. But I can't keep it away. It's curious. It doesn't understand.
They never do.
I'll remember your promise to me, Garrett, that you'll do something. I don't know if you'll make it right, but at least make it better. I don't want to have to come back again. Not like this.
I can tell you that no one here thinks that what happened to you was just or right. I can tell you that. I can tell you that we all carry our own fury at Matthias, but we are all carrying a piece of yours too. And if we do nothing else in this place, it will be to do what we can to bring justice, punishment, or both to what remains of Matthias.
I can't go into that place. It's forbidden to people like me. But you must hold on to your rage when you go into it, down into it. And when he whispers in your ear, remember that rage. Remember what he's done to all of you, what he did to me. Just in the name of breaking his chains.
The next sound that Garrett makes is a tinkling sound, because he is so angry that all of the little jars and things he was holding in his hand have started to collapse. Like they are breaking in his hand. The little aluminum containers are warping. The glass is cracking. And he's probably pretty close to insane with rage at this point. Says there's a lot of things pulling on me right now. You know, my family wants me to bring you back to them.
I know, Whitman. But you're different from them. You can escape them. You've seen things that they don't understand. You desire things that they wish to pervert. I can help your friend, and I can teach you. The others, neither here nor there.
Sometimes a little bit of ambivalence is what somebody needs.
I will find your friend's fragment. I will kill it if you do as I asked.
Free all of your sisters.
Yes. Destroy that place. Destroy what's within.
I probably will. I hate it. I hate Matthias. I hate him for what he's done to my friends. I hate him for what he's done to you.
Don't trust the one with the shackles. There are things pulling on him, and he doesn't even see it.
Yeah, I know.
And don't trust a woman. There are things pulling on her, and she sees it and yearns for it. She's looked into the other side and seen what she can be.
And she has found it good, I know. And River would run so far and so fast away from all of this that he would leave pieces of himself nailed to the walls.
Yes, he's about the only wise one here. You feel soft fingers play along your cheek. There are so many things you've yet to see, Garrett. All you need to do is take the next step and not flinch when you see the truth. And then you kind of feel that emptiness. Like the spirit has left.
Yeah.
And you see them off in the field arguing, confused.
Ada keeps pointing at the ground and like...
Yeah. Garrett looks down at the mangled things in his hands and kind of shakes them to the side and realizes as he starts to like brush the stuff off of his hands that he's bringing blood up when he starts to brush it away and kind of just rubs the glass out of his skin in a way that makes it seem like he doesn't really feel like it's his, and just kind of brushes it away and has it on his hands, and then he squeezes that blood into the little jar of magic that he's been making.
And as you collect your things and do your little ritual, you notice something else has been added to your collection. And it looks like a stick figure. Sticks and flowers and wheat all tied in a bundle, almost like a man.
No.
It should be decades old. It should have just crumbled by now, but it's almost like it's been plucked out of time and found its way here.
You're telling me I recognize this?
You remember way back when you were a kid, something your mother gave you. When she was talking about the enwildened god. It was a charm to protect you and connect you with it, to show that you were a piece of nature. Because when you trod in certain places touched by Gaia, where humans are not supposed to tread, this is the only thing that will bring you back.
And Garrett has a tear roll out of his eye, and he picks up the little doll and he kind of whispers with a little smile on his face. He goes, wilder man, bring me home from the hidden lands. And he sticks it in his pocket.
Perfect. Are you heading up to the church?
I'm heading up to these three chuckleheads first, but yeah, we're going to get there.
You see Garrett coming up. The grasses and the trees have all kind of stopped rustling. The wind has died down. That sense of foreboding is past. You still feel like you're treading in an alien space. You can see things in the trees and the grass that shouldn't be there, just you're filling it with your imagination. But that church, that is definitely something that draws you. It's solid in its humanity. And depending on your viewpoints, an abomination out here in this perfect, pristine place. What do you do?
While I am not a man of guess or happenstance, there are too many portents. If this is where Matthias has intended us to come through all of this planning and I don't see any other way.
No?
No.
Just takes a big draw from a cigarette. Chain smoking.
Yeah.
Please don't leave your butts on the ground.
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Pick him up and put him in his pocket for now.
Thank you.
So, who wants to go into a broken down old church and hate fuck Matthias's ghost till it falls apart?
I don't
As long as we can burn the fucker down when we're done.
want to hate fuck him.
It's all right. I'll do it.
I don't think that man deserves sex of any form, consensual or no.
Okay,
I want
it was
him.
a bad analogy. It sounded better.
A bad analogy. I want him. I want his existence to end swiftly. I want him to experience nothing. I want him to fall.
I want to experience fear and lack of control. And then I want him to experience nothing.
No. He doesn't get that. Shove him through the fucking mirror. Let it take him instead.
Well, if this is going to get me back to whatever sooner than later, fuck it. Or we just starts walking up into this church.
Yeah, I think that's where Garrett looks at Thomas. It's going to be rough for you, man. I can help, but you're not going to like it. Pick what kind of don't like it you want.
There's no such thing as ghosts.
Okay.
River calls back, just weird fleshy things.
There are no... Thomas, you may say there's no such things as ghosts, but there are things that you don't understand, and they are in control right now.
Things that'll splay you open and fuck over your dying corpse.
Close
And
enough.
just remember, Mr. Zane, you are the one they are wanting to fuck.
He's already at the door.
Listen,
Opening it up and walking inside.
The doors are open. They're definitely old. This place is probably 200 years old. Pieces of it have been replaced time and time again. It is exactly as you dream. The pews, the earthen walls, the shadows, the light coming through pieces of missing from the ceiling. The strange altar with some tortured body crucified at the back. You swear that it's wood. It could be flesh. Everything smells earthen. And off in the distance is a single candle burning. Someone's been here. And as you step over the threshold, the doors close behind you. And that's where we'll end it. But if everybody is good and relaxed,
So good.
one more episode.
I know.
And hopefully everybody will survive. I have my doubt.
I ain't got
That is only the beginning.
So thank you, Raiders. Thank you, chat, for watching. And thank you to my players.
Good night, sweet dreams. We love you.
We
Take
love you.
care, everyone.
Bye.